Have you ever wondered what's the truth behind the smiles you receive? Are the people around you truly sincere, or is someone hiding feelings of envy or ill intentions? We often believe we're perceptive enough to recognize authenticity, but in reality, negative emotions can be cleverly concealed, making it easy for us to be deceived. Imagine this: you've just won a major competition or received a prestigious award. At the award ceremony, everyone around you is clapping, smiling, and showering you with warm congratulations. You feel excited and happy, but then there's a moment that makes you pause. When you glance at a close friend, they're smiling, but their eyes lack the sparkle of joy. Their tone of voice seems a bit unnatural, and their congratulatory hug feels somewhat distant. You start to wonder, are they feeling jealous? Or perhaps they're trying to hide an emotion they don't want you to notice. Subtle cues like these can reveal hidden feelings deep within a person, and sometimes those emotions are very different from what they outwardly express. In today's video, I'll share with you 12 effective ways to detect envy and deception in those around you. These methods are inspired by Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that has stood the test of time for thousands of years. Not only will these principles help you master your emotions and find inner peace, but they'll also equip you with the skills to identify and handle challenging situations involving jealousy and deceit. By applying these lessons, you'll become stronger and wiser in building and maintaining relationships. These teachings will guide you away from toxic connections and towards a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Before we begin, I have a small challenge for you. Be patient and watch this video until the end. Don't miss a single lesson, as each one plays a crucial role in helping you make better choices and live a more meaningful life. Don't forget to leave a comment saying "I'm ready to start" the journey below, so I know you're prepared to explore the profound values of Stoic philosophy. Number 1. Pay attention to how they treat those who cannot benefit them. Observing how someone treats people who cannot offer them any advantage can reveal a lot about their true nature. According to Stoic philosophy, respect and compassion should be extended to everyone, especially those who are less privileged or hold lower social status. A noble soul never despises or belittles anyone, regardless of their position in society. When observing how others behave toward the less privileged, pay attention to the sincerity of their actions. Truly kind individuals, whether they hold great power or just ordinary people, always treat others with respect and compassion. They understand that a person's value is not determined by their status or role. Whether interacting with a world leader or a service staff member, their attitude remains respectful and genuine. In contrast, those who harbor envy and deceit tend to show kindness only when they stand to gain something or when they know they are being watched. They often look down on or treat those who cannot benefit them poorly, exposing arrogance and a lack of compassion. If you notice someone's attitude toward the powerless is significantly different from how they treat those in authority, be cautious. Envious and deceitful individuals often reveal their true character when dealing with the less fortunate. For example, observe a coworker in your workplace. If they are always cheerful with superiors but show disdain or disregard for service staff or lower-ranking colleagues, this might indicate insincerity and jealousy. Such individuals do not truly respect people but focus solely on power and personal gain. These behaviors not only reflect their pettiness and insecurities but also serve as a mirror for you to examine how you treat others. How do you act toward those who are less fortunate, who cannot respond in kind or provide you with any advantage? Self-awareness and correcting your behavior are essential steps to living in alignment with Stoic principles. Always remember, the way someone treats those in lower positions is the truest reflection of their character. Are you ready to start observing and identifying these behaviors? Try applying this method in your daily life and note the changes you observe. Number 2. Evaluate their reaction to your success. In everyday life, how others react to your success can reveal their true feelings. Those who harbor envy often struggle to hide their discomfort when witnessing your achievements. They may intentionally downplay your success with unfounded criticisms, backhanded compliments, or lukewarm congratulations. Beneath this lies a simmering resentment that not only harms the relationship but also exposes the negative aspects of their personality. There's a saying, the only person you need to surpass is the version of yourself from yesterday. Those who genuinely care about and respect you will celebrate your progress with joy. They understand that each success you achieve is a significant milestone in your journey of self-improvement. In contrast, envious individuals view your success as a reminder of their own failures or lack of effort, which fuels their jealousy. Think about the last time you achieved something significant. How did those around you react? What did your friends and family express? Through their reactions, you can discern authenticity from concealed insincerity. Those who truly support you will gladly share in your happiness, acknowledge the effort you've put in, and encourage you to keep striving. They feel pride and offer unconditional support rather than envy. Conversely, envious individuals often try to diminish or discredit your accomplishments. They may spread rumors, make negative comments, or deliberately downplay the significance of your success. Their remarks often carry subtle ridicule, dismissing your achievements as mere luck and ignoring the hard work you've invested. So what will you do if you realize someone in your life harbors jealousy and insincerity? Will you confront them or choose to maintain distance to protect yourself? According to Stoic philosophy, we must learn to let go of things beyond our control. Focus on self-improvement and invest in genuine relationships rather than getting caught up in the negative emotions of others. A person's sincerity is revealed not only in how they treat those of lower status, but also in how they respond to your success. This serves as a clear measure of the true value of the relationships you have. Number 3. Observe their actions. One of the core principles of Stoic philosophy is, don't be deceived by words, let actions reveal the truth. Actions are the clearest mirror of a person's character and intentions. While words can be manipulated, embellished, or even outright false, actions cannot hide true nature. When observing those around you, pay attention to inconsistencies between their words and actions. Someone may speak kindly, express friendliness, or verbally support you, but their behavior might tell a completely different story. For example, a colleague might praise your achievements but spread negative rumors about you or deliberately undermine your efforts behind your back. It's their actions, not their words, that truly reflect their intentions. Ask yourself, have you ever felt that someone said one thing but did another? Have you ever encountered someone who promised to help but never followed through? These contradictions are typical signs of insincerity and often stem from envy or selfishness. As Marcus Aurelius once said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one! Actions are the strongest evidence of a person's true character. Think of someone who often says they'll always be there for you but disappears when you need them most. Their behavior speaks louder than any excuse they might offer. Pay close attention to how people act when no one is watching or when they have nothing to gain. These moments reveal their true nature. Recognizing the gap between words and actions is key to distinguishing genuine intentions from cleverly concealed motives. By focusing on actions rather than words, we can better understand others' true characters. At the same time, this reminds us to reflect on our own behavior. Remember, a person's character is not defined by what they say, but by what they do. Number 4. Observe their consistency. When evaluating someone, it's important to observe how they behave in different circumstances and whether their actions align with their words. Words can easily create an impression, but actions are the true test of a person's values. Stoic philosophy encourages us to look at behavior over time to see whether it reflects the beliefs and claims they make. This is an effective way to identify insincere or envious individuals. Pay attention to how a person behaves in various situations. Do they uphold their principles and values, or do they change their attitude to fit the circumstances or achieve personal goals? Those who harbor envy or deceit often struggle to maintain this consistency. They may act agreeable when they need help but turn their back as soon as there's nothing left to gain. For instance, someone might publicly praise you in a group setting but later complain about or criticize your success behind your back. You might notice small but repeated inconsistencies in their words and actions. When you spot these irregularities, don't jump to conclusions immediately. Observe further to see if this behavior forms a pattern. It's important to distinguish whether these are isolated incidents or signs of a consistent trend. Repeated behavior reveals a great deal about a person's true character. If you find someone showing a completely different face when you're not around, it's a clear indicator of dishonesty and jealousy. Another way to assess consistency is by observing how they treat others. A sincere person will treat everyone with respect and fairness, regardless of whether the other person offers any advantage. They don't flatter one person while looking down on another just to serve their personal interests. Consistency in their treatment of others reflects their honesty and reliability. Ask yourself, is there anyone in your life acting inconsistently? Do the people around you always uphold their values and principles, regardless of the circumstances? If the answer is no, be cautious. Contradictory behavior can signal hidden jealousy or deceit. We're halfway through today's journey. Thank you for staying with us. It's your support that inspires us to continue sharing the valuable lessons of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to like and share this video to spread these profound lessons to your family and friends, and together, create a more peaceful and joyful world. Leave a comment saying, "Always observe carefully," to let us know that you're ready to become a Stoic and full of energy to continue exploring the lessons ahead. Number 5. Distinguish between genuine praise and flattery. Excessive flattery is a clear sign of insincerity and jealousy, yet it often goes unnoticed. Genuine compliments are constructive and appropriate, but when they go beyond reasonable limits, you should be cautious. Remember, what truly matters is not what others say about you, but how you perceive your own value. Your self-worth should not depend on others' compliments, especially when they lack sincerity. Ask yourself, does this compliment genuinely align with what I've accomplished? When receiving over-the-top praise, consider, what is this person's motive? What might they want from me? Excessive flattery is often a sign of dishonesty. Those who use it may be hiding feelings of jealousy or trying to exploit you. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "What matters is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it." While compliments can feel good if they have hidden agendas, they may lower your guard and make you susceptible to manipulation. Instead of letting insincere praise influence you, learn to analyze and assess it objectively. Stay true to your core values and don't let flattery cloud your judgment. A common example is in the workplace, where colleagues frequently flatter you but are never willing to help when needed. In public, they appear friendly and praise you excessively, but behind your back, they criticize or speak ill of you. Recognizing and addressing excessive flattery will help you protect yourself from insincere and envious individuals. At the same time, it encourages you to live authentically. Be mindful of the motives behind compliments and never stop affirming your true worth. Trust in yourself and apply the wisdom of Stoic philosophy to maintain resilience in all situations. Build relationships on a foundation of sincerity and mutual respect. Have you ever experienced excessive flattery? How did it make you feel? And how did you respond? Share your story in the comments below. Your experiences can serve as inspiration and valuable lessons for the community. Number 6. Observe their reaction to criticism. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, once said, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is wrong, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, which has never harmed anyone. It is those who continue in their self-deception and ignorance who are harmed." This quote highlights that truly wise and sincere people are always open to constructive criticism. For them, criticism is not an attack but an opportunity to discover the truth and grow. When criticized, a Stoic-minded person views it as a chance for improvement rather than a threat to their ego. On the contrary, envious and insincere individuals often react negatively or defensively to criticism. They tend to respond harshly, counterattack the critic, or attempt to discredit them. Such reactions often stem from fear of exposing their true nature or an unwillingness to admit their mistakes. Have you ever witnessed someone become angry or overreact when criticized? This behavior often indicates insecurity or a lack of confidence masked by bravado. Take the workplace as an example. A good and sincere leader will accept feedback from employees with a constructive attitude. They understand that such input not only helps them grow but also fosters a positive and collaborative work environment. Conversely, a dishonest and envious leader may ignore, punish, or dismiss constructive criticism, leading to a loss of trust and creating a tense atmosphere within the organization. Ask yourself the last time you were criticized, how did you react? Did you listen and reflect on the feedback, or did you immediately defend and counter it? Your reaction not only reflects your character but also helps you identify the traits of those around you. Before we move on to the next lesson, here's a question for you. Do you know anyone who frequently evaluates and compares others? If so, it might be time to reconsider your relationship with them. Why? Let's explore this in the next lesson. Number 7. Intentionally undermining your relationships. Envious and deceitful people often use tactics to sabotage the important relationships around you. This is their way of isolating you and weakening your confidence. They might spread lies, fabricate stories, or sow seeds of doubt to create distance between you and those close to you. Such behavior not only affects your mental well-being, but also leaves you feeling isolated and mistrustful of valuable connections. Imagine having a coworker named John who initially seemed friendly and willing to share. One day, however, you discover that John told others you often badmouth your boss something completely untrue. When confronted, John replies, "I was just repeating what I heard. I didn't think it would be a big deal." This action not only damages your relationship with your boss, but also creates mistrust in other relationships. This is a typical way that insincere individuals intentionally create conflicts to undermine your reputation. Stoic philosophy teaches what others do is beyond your control, but how you respond is within your power. Therefore, when dealing with people who try to undermine your relationships, you should stay calm, avoid letting anger or frustration take over. Instead, analyze the situation rationally. Verify the truth. Don't immediately believe what they say. Directly check the information with those involved to avoid being manipulated. Reinforce trust. In strong relationships, trust your close connections over baseless rumors. Set clear boundaries. When someone consistently harms your relationships, decisively maintain your distance. For instance, if a coworker spreads a rumor that you badmouthed your boss, address it directly with those involved. "I heard about this rumor and wanted to confirm directly to ensure there's no misunderstanding." This approach demonstrates transparency and prevents further manipulation. Envious and insincere individuals often sabotage your relationships to isolate and weaken you. However, Stoic philosophy reminds us that you don't need to change yourself or your relationships because of baseless rumors. Staying calm, trusting your value, and acting decisively will help you protect the most important connections in your life. Number 8. Observe their reaction to failure. Stoic philosophy teaches that failure is not only a test of patience and maturity, but also a clear reflection of a person's character and true motives. Strong and sincere individuals face failure with humility, willing to learn from their mistakes. They understand that failure is an inevitable part of life, offering opportunities for growth and self-improvement. They don't seek to blame others or hide their failures. Instead, they accept them and strive to improve. These are the people you can trust and admire. On the other hand, those who harbor jealousy and insincerity react to failure in a completely different way. They often shift blame onto external factors, such as circumstances or other people, rather than taking responsibility and learning from their mistakes. They try to cover up their failures by making excuses, rationalizing their actions, or even spreading false narratives to protect their self-esteem. Have you ever encountered someone who always blames others when they face difficulties? If so, did you recognize that this might be a sign of jealousy and deceit? Signs to identify their reaction to failure. Do they acknowledge their mistakes? Are they willing to learn and change? Or do they avoid responsibility and blame others? An honest person isn't afraid to admit their mistakes and focuses on correcting them to become better. Conversely, deceitful individuals often avoid the truth and protect their ego by blaming or manipulating the situation. Daku Ikeda once said, "A person's true nature is most clearly revealed during difficult times." This statement aligns perfectly with the spirit of Stoic philosophy, reminding us that a person's reaction to failure reveals much about their true character. Take time to carefully observe how those around you handle failure. Don't let flowery words or surface-level actions deceive you. Have you experienced a similar situation? If so, like this content and share your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear your valuable experiences. Number 9. Evaluate how they share personal information. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul is dyed the color of its thoughts." How a person shares information reflects their inner self and reveals their sincerity or deceitfulness. According to Stoic philosophy, we should pay attention to how people talk about their successes and failures. Honest individuals share their stories humbly, emphasizing the lessons they've learned from their experiences. In contrast, deceitful people often exaggerate their achievements or even fabricate them to impress and manipulate others. Ask yourself, is this person overly proud of their success? Are they trying to make their story sound convincing by focusing on trivial details? How they talk about failure is another important indicator. Sincere people don't hesitate to admit their mistakes and share the lessons they've learned from their failures. On the other hand, dishonest individuals tend to avoid mentioning their failures, or, if they do, they shift the blame onto circumstances, other people, or uncontrollable factors rather than taking responsibility. This is a clear sign of insincerity and inner turmoil. Jealous individuals also tend to share others' personal information for negative purposes. They may reveal entrusted secrets or distort and exaggerate the truth to diminish someone else's value. Such actions reflect not only insecurity but also an effort to manipulate perceptions and create chaos. In daily conversations, watch for the following signs. Does this person frequently speak ill of others? Do they often compare themselves to others to elevate their own status? These behaviors not only reveal pettiness but also reflect a dishonest soul distorted by envy. As we become more perceptive in recognizing these signs, it becomes easier to protect ourselves from negative influences. If something makes you uneasy or doubtful, don't hesitate to ask questions. This will lead us to the final lesson. Number 10. Observe unconscious comparisons. In daily life, we often hear unconscious comparisons slip into conversations. These comparisons are not always harmless. Sometimes they indicate hidden jealousy or insincerity. According to Stoic philosophy, paying attention to and analyzing these comparisons is an effective way to identify people harboring envy or deceit. When someone unconsciously compares you to others, it often reveals more about them than about you. These comparisons usually stem from feelings of insecurity or jealousy. For instance, if a colleague repeatedly compares your success to that of someone else, it may suggest that they feel threatened by your progress. People who frequently compare you to others may be attempting to devalue your achievements, making you feel inadequate or undeserving. This is often their way of masking their insecurities while creating the illusion of superiority. Imagine this scenario. You achieve a significant milestone at work, but instead of receiving praise, a colleague says, "That's okay, but I think John did it better." This comment is not merely a casual comparison but a subtle sign of envy. Your colleague might be uncomfortable with your success and trying to downplay it. Such unconscious comparisons help you recognize who truly supports you. Genuine friends and allies don't need to place you in comparative relationships to express respect or affection. They value you for who you are, not in relation to someone else. Ask yourself, who in your life frequently makes such subtle comparisons? Are they truly people you can trust? How do you feel when you hear these belittling remarks? Stoic philosophy advises us to view these comparisons as external factors, things beyond our control. This clear separation helps protect our inner peace and prevents negative comments from disturbing our minds. Do you agree with this Stoic perspective? If so, express your agreement by liking this content. If not, comment 0 so we can discuss further and uncover deeper insights behind these unconscious comparisons. Number 11. Tendency to control and manipulate. Manipulative individuals often appear kind outwardly but use trust and assistance as tools to control others' emotions and actions. They tend to create dependency or make you feel indebted to them. A common sign is offering help even when unnecessary, then emphasizing their effort with statements like, "I spent all evening helping you, now you owe me." If you fail to meet their expectations, their attitude may shift dramatically from friendly to cold or even critical. This doesn't just create discomfort but also imposes invisible pressure, affecting your mental state and relationships. Consider an example at work. A colleague enthusiastically supports you on an important project. Initially, they seem dedicated, but after the project's completion, they spread rumors that your success was entirely due to their help. Worse, they might use their assistance to demand favors in return for their personal benefit. This is a classic example of manipulation, offering help not out of kindness, but as a tool to gain control or personal advantage. Stoic philosophy emphasizes no one can control you unless you allow it. To deal with manipulative people, you should maintain personal boundaries, politely decline unnecessary offers, and don't feel pressured to reciprocate. Trust your instincts. If the help doesn't feel genuine, consider declining. Your intuition is a powerful tool for detecting insincerity. Avoid feelings of indebtedness. Evaluate whether their assistance was truly altruistic or a means of manipulation. Focus on what you can control. You can't change their behavior, but you can control your response. Stay calm, remain focused on your goals, and don't let emotions dictate your actions. Manipulative individuals want you to feel dependent, but Stoic philosophy reminds us that true freedom lies within your own mind. By setting clear boundaries and not letting guilt or criticism disturb your peace, you can protect yourself from negative influences and live a more independent and focused life. Number 12. Trust your inner intuition. Have you ever been in a situation like this? A colleague always seems friendly and eager to help, but every time you're around them, you feel an inexplicable discomfort. If the answer is yes, it's time to pause and pay attention to your intuition. This could be your instincts warning you about their insincerity or jealousy. Think about moments when you felt doubtful or uneasy about someone without knowing why. That's your intuition speaking. Intuition, often referred to as a sixth sense, plays a crucial role in protecting you from potential harm. When you sense something is off, take time to reflect and carefully evaluate the situation. Ask yourself, does this person often compete with you? Do their compliments seem insincere? Sometimes these subtle actions reveal envy and deceit. A key question to consider is, why do I feel uncomfortable around this person? If the cause lies in their inconsistent actions or words, it may be your intuition warning you. For example, a colleague may appear caring and friendly, but you feel uneasy during interactions. They might frequently compare their achievements to yours or make veiled remarks about others' mistakes. Even if they don't attack you directly, you might sense an underlying competition. In such cases, your intuition is trying to alert you to potential jealousy or deception. Don't ignore this feeling. It's a powerful tool for distinguishing genuine people from pretenders. However, while intuition is important, don't neglect rational thinking. Combine both intuition and logic to strike a balance. Carefully consider both your inner feelings and logical reasoning before making decisions. This approach will help you act wisely and confidently. Recognizing envy and deceit is not easy, but it is an essential skill to protect yourself and uphold the true values in life. People who harbor jealousy and deceit can be found everywhere, from close relationships to everyday social interactions. They may come across as good friends, but behind that facade is insecurity and inner conflict. Stoic philosophy teaches us to live calmly and wisely, By applying Stoic principles, you can identify and eliminate negative influences, preserve your peace, and focus on what truly matters. Remember, your life is too precious to waste on insincere relationships. Use the methods we discussed today to recognize and distance yourself from envious and deceitful individuals. You deserve a life filled with happiness, peace, and positive, healthy relationships. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you found these strategies helpful, share them with your friends and family to collectively build a better life. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content. Try applying at least one of these strategies to your daily life. Then come back and comment, "I did it." Share your experiences with us and let us know about the positive changes in your life. I'm always here to listen and support you. Let Stoic philosophy be your guiding light, helping you find peace and strength on your life journey.